Well, first, Dave, what's your biggest adjustment that you made from last season and the season before that? It was such a big jump. You had so much success last season. What was the difference?
I think fixing the hip was the biggest thing. Getting my hip taken care of, being able to use my lower body the way that I wanted to, and I think in translation, it kind of helped the upper body, and it cleaned a lot of things up for me, and made my motion a lot more repeatable and consistent. And so I think that was kind of the biggest thing. We didn't change a whole lot outside of that. It was just kind of getting healthy and getting to where we needed to get physically.
What was your biggest takeaway from that postseason run?
Yeah, I think it just showed kind of the resilience of the group. We had a lot of fun with it, and it was a very special group to be a part of. And I think it's it's a starting point for us, and it kind of shows where we're headed and where we want to go. And it was good to get a taste of that, and we want to keep moving forward and going further. So. I think for me it's was good to get that experience, and the first step of many in the right direction.
How fulfilling was it to put it all together when you were healthy and knowing that that's what you can be in this league?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I think I obviously have my opinions on myself and the confidence that I have in my stuff and what I believe I can do. And I think it was good to show that. I think it was good to be, like I said, just more consistent, feel good health-wise, feel stronger with my mechanics and everything. And it was a good step for me to build off of going forward.
And how important was Jeremy Heffner and the staff to that success?
Yeah, it was great. I think it was kind of kept in contact, worked together in spring, and then as I was rehabbing and stuff, he was always checking in. We were on the same page, and it's been fun to work with him for the last 5 years, and he was a huge help for me, and always kept in contact. And then when I got back, it was a lot of fun to get back to work with him on a daily basis.
David, what have you thought of the way the rotation's been built this offseason?
Yeah, I think it's been good. It'll be fun to get to spring training, fun to get to work, get to know the other guys, kind of work together on that day-to-day basis, and see what they do. Kind of share experiences and work towards the ultimate goal of what we want to do as a team. So I think it's fun to have the guys that are coming on. It's fun to have guys like Sean back. I'm excited and ready to get to work.
Francisco called you one of the most fashionable guys on the team. Do you feel like social media has changed the Do you feel like social media has changed the way that ball players kind of approach dressing and getting ready for games?
Yeah, I think it's high praise from the guy that leads the trends. He's got it going on in the fashion sense. But yeah, I think it's there's a lot that's changed. I think we kind of saw it with the NBA and the NFL, and other sports have kind of picked it up with having more photographers around and players kind of being able to express themselves off the field a little more. Obviously social media does a lot of that, but I think kind of to the field, kind of in more of the professional settings than just the off season and life. So yeah, I think it gives guys an opportunity to express themselves, build their brand, as they say, and just be able to kind of show people outside of the jersey a little side of them that they probably don't get to see very often.
Well, the other side of that is also all these different trade rumors, the free agent signings. How do you tune that out and just focus on what you need to do during the offseason?
Yeah, I mean, I don't pay much attention. I see stuff when it comes across, and I see headlines when they come out. But it's always kind of fun to watch where guys go, what other teams are doing, what moves are being made. But you take it for what it is, and we've got to focus on the guys that are on our team, the guys that are in this building, and the guys that are going to help this team win games. So it's always entertaining to see kind of what happens, but like I said, I'm ready to get back with this team that we're going to have this year and get to work.
How different is this off season for you? One, being healthy, but two, going into spring training not necessarily feeling maybe you have to win a job.
I think you always got to win a job, no matter what your status is. I think it's the team should be able to put the best 5 guys out there, and so that's kind of always the goal is to be one of the guys that starts games for this team and helps lead in that sense in terms of getting the game going in the right direction. So yeah, I think it's it's always fun to have that healthy competition. It's fun to see other guys want to be a part of that, and the desire from the entire staff. I think that's one thing we had last year was as close as we were and got. We were always staying on top of each other and picking each other up when you needed to, but yeah, as a group effort, just in terms of being able to do our job as starters and as pitchers and in a team sense as a whole.
David, as you assessed last season, what do you think was kind of the biggest kind of key to the success that you had? Obviously, it being kind of a career season for you.
Yeah, I think it's just getting my hip fixed. I think that's where it starts. Being physically ready to go and where I wanted to be and feeling a lot better.
As a pitcher who's seen Soto plenty, what are those at-bats like?
They're not easy. He's a tough at bat. Really good hitter, great discipline. And people have asked me what I thought about it. I'm glad he's on my side. So I'm excited to meet him and get to be around him a little more and see him kind of on the inside as a player. And I've obviously seen him from across the diamond and in the batter's box. But yeah, I think he's a great addition and excited for him to be a part of it.
What are your feelings about how things have gone down with Pete in terms of the possibility of him not coming back next season?
I think it is what it is. Pete's going to end up figuring out what's best for him, and I think that's, as a friend of his and as a teammate for quite a while now. I want the best for the guy as a person. Free agency is going to shake out the way it is. Guys come and go. I think it's just kind of one of the ways the game has changed a lot. When I was growing up watching, I feel like I could name every roster, and now half the time I have no clue where guys are. So, I wish him the best, and I hope he makes the best decision. I obviously want him back. I've enjoyed playing with him, loving having him in the lineup and at first base. But yeah, I think I want the best for him and his family, and whatever that is, he'll decide that.
Have you reached out to him during this process at all?
Yeah, you try and give guys space, but yeah, just kind of casual text. I don't really want to get into it. He's dealing with a lot enough as it is with the free agency, so yeah, you try and kind of give guys space and let them figure out a tough decision, but a fortunate one to be able to make.
What does it mean for the rotation and the clubhouse to have a guy like Sean back?
I think it's awesome. I think we saw last year kind of what his injection of energy and talent and competition did for us. And so, yeah, I think that was one thing that a lot of us wanted, was to see him back. I really enjoyed playing with him and getting to know him last year. He's obviously a very talented pitcher, and we've seen what he's capable of. And yeah, it's fun to have a guy like that in the rotation, especially as a lefty, kind of comparing things. And he brings a lively and interesting aspect, and it's been a lot of fun. So I was very happy to see him back.
Going back to what you were saying earlier, you said that you always go into spring training trying to compete. Is it your expectation to go to spring training and compete for a spot, or has the team kind of spoken to you about a role, about bouncing around to the bullpen and the rotation?
No, we talked about it last year in terms of how I felt about going to the bullpen and whatnot, and we're in October, and the most important thing out of October is winning, and it doesn't really matter about roles. But I want to be a starter, and that's what we've talked about. And yeah, I'm looking forward to coming in and getting built up and being in the rotation. So.
And was there a specific? Was there a specific